People love success, not the successful people. मैं पर्सनली ये चाहता हूँ कि लोग मुझे याद रखें, हाँ यार एक बंदा था, आता था, पागलों की तरह पढ़ाता था और चला गया. That is what I want the people to remember my name as.
हेलो एवरीवन, दिस इज अंजलि बियॉन्ड द लैब कोट और आज का पॉडकास्ट सेशन है उनके साथ जिनके बिना एमबीबीएस स्टूडेंट की एनाटॉमी खत्म नहीं हो सकती. तो इट्स वन एंड ओनली किंग ऑफ एनाटॉमी सर आजम.
Thank you for inviting me for this one.
Yes, sir. So, sir, thank you so much to simplify anatomy for me, for all the students, thousands of students around the globe. Thank you from all the students.
Thank you.
And sir, so let's start. इतना anatomy कर ही लिया है, तो sir, everyone, all students want to know what was your favorite subject during medical days.
Of course, I should say teaching anatomy here at the same time, that subject like really fascinates me a lot. Anatomy was like one of my favorite one because as you all have seen in the classes, I draw my diagrams and all this. So ये school days से ही चलते आ रहा था कि I was very good in painting and things. So that's the reason why it got fascinated with me.
Yeah.
And that too, like knowing the intricacies of the body, like going from the skin to the bone deeply and understanding like how the things are done, and especially understanding the embryology part where you can actually appreciate nature, how our body is being made and all. So really wonderful. That's the reason why I like anatomy a lot.
So from very first year anatomy was your favorite.
Of course it was favorite one.
Yeah, sir. लेकिन in our time we have you as a teacher who can guide us, who made everything so simple for us, because anatomy is not a simple subject. So at your time, how you overcome this and how you learned, because उस time तो sir internet भी नहीं हुआ करता था.
That's actually an interesting question that you asked me. And I think that is the reason why we have this, in this generation that we are observing nowadays. In one way, technology is very good.
Yeah.
Technology is very nice. Nowadays, we are having internet, we are having access to everything that you want to see and visualize. But when we used to study, it wasn't like that, and it was like completely conventional. Studying from the authors, studying from the books, like studying from actually the standard books, I should say.
Yeah.
So I do remember during my days, I used to have almost like 6 to 7 author books of anatomy itself. That too standard author books of anatomy, whether it is like Gray's or the Snells, or you can for that name, I hope you might be knowing about B.D. Chaurasia,
Yeah.
Vishram Singh, I.B. Singh, and all those things. So that's the reason why we used to go like page by page, paragraph by paragraph, and that is how we had that command on the subject or the depth in the subject. Now more the things are getting superficial nowadays, more the technology is getting nowadays. I think the people are getting a little lazy to practice in that manner. Because I do firm believe, even now I'm telling you, if I have to teach any new topic, and even today also I have like in my hotel room there'll be like books and papers available, pen, pencil, paper, and I'll just write down and I'll just try to think how it can be made easy for the students, as much easy as possible. So even though we have all the sorts of animations and everything available, but I'll always try to draw the diagram and make the things easier for the students and all. And that's how you retain the things for a longer time in anatomy, especially in anatomy. The more you draw, the more you will learn. And that's the reason why I always say in the classes that better write and draw it along with me.
Yeah.
Because I think you also have heard about this one. An image says 1,000 words.
Yeah.
So it's not about just seeing. Learning from all the senses is important. It's not like just ideally sitting in the class and just listening to the class. हर सेंस से पढ़ना ज़रूरी है. You should feel how you're writing. You should listen to that. You should see that. So you have to learn with all the senses possible. That is like holistic approach of learning.
सर तो हम तो क्लास में सर हमें तो बनाना पड़ता ही है, क्योंकि सर एक डायग्राम बनाते हैं तो हमें तो बनाना पड़ता है. और आई एम थैंकफुल and I'm grateful that I got an opportunity to learn offline from you, sir. So
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
That's my pleasure.
Sir, medical profession cost one's youth. Sir, this is the reason often people avoid to come in this field. And sir, what's your point of view? Is it fruitful?
Absolutely. I don't have any second thought on that one, because my firm belief is that whenever a person selects a medical field as his a profession of choice, then I think we are actually the cream of the society. We are actually the most respectful people in the society here. So yes, I do agree, it takes your youth, it takes some time. I completely agree with that. We are not going to deny that fact. हाँ, थोड़ा समय लगता है, but at the end of that, like the kind of life that you lead in the society and the community, that is way beyond any other's life. Because in comparison, might be you're also observing nowadays in the society, there are so many people having like a lot of money available, but at the same time जो इज्जत मिलती है आपको सोसाइटी में, that never money cannot buy that one. Money cannot buy that one. पैसे का काम अपनी जगह पर होता है जहाँ पर पैसा ज़रूरत होती है, लेकिन जो इज्जत होती है, that is a different kind of satisfaction in life. So that is not going to get in any other profession, I should say. Yeah, a little bit of time is required, a little bit of patience is required initially. You should have that patience, you should be mentally ready with that thing कि हाँ मुझे थोड़ा सा सब्र रखना है, let me prepare myself, let me invest in myself for the education that I require. Once you are done with that one, and then the life will be like really awesome, where you can even earn money, as well as you'll also get the kind of respect that you deserve in your life. And at the end of the day, I think everyone is actually living for the name here.
Yeah.
Nothing is that we are going to carry from the world here. क्योंकि मेरा मानना ये है कि आप जब यहाँ पर आते हो दुनिया में, तो अपने नाम के लिए आते हो, वरना तो हम कुछ ले जाने वाले यहाँ से हैं नहीं. तो दैट इज़ ऑल लाइक जस्ट फॉर द वर्ल्डली थिंग्स दैट यू रिक्वायर, जो हमारे बेसिक नीड्स है उसके लिए चाहिए. वरना मैं पर्सनली ये चाहता हूँ कि लोग मुझे याद रखें, हाँ यार एक बंदा था, आता था, पागलों की तरह पढ़ाता था और चला गया. दैट इज़ वॉट आई वॉन्ट द पीपल टू रिमेंबर माई नेम एज. एंड येस, टेकिंग दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी हियर, आई शुड टेल all the medical students out there, FMG students out there, I'm like really very much, I should say, sad to see nowadays the thing trending in online, where the people will actually, hide their names. You can see like so many profiles with the different names, like, someone is writing something, the Godfather, or someone is writing like Putaman, yeah, something like that names. I'm like, भाई आप जिसके लिए काम कर रहे हो, अगर आप प्राउडली अगर अपना ही नाम अगर आप छुपा रहे हो, अपना ही नाम अगर आप प्राउडली नहीं ले सकते हो, फिर मेहनत किस बात की है. सो दैट इज़ वॉट आई वॉन्ट टू कन्वे फ्रॉम योर प्लेटफॉर्म हियर, दैट प्लीज़ माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दैट बेसिक थिंग. अपने नाम को मत छुपाओ यार, जिसके लिए हम मेहनत कर रहे हैं हमारी ज़िंदगी में, अपना नाम छुपाने में क्या रखा है. सो मेक योर नेम इन सच अ वे, मेक द थिंग्स इन सच अ वे, learn in such a way, educate yourself in such a way that tomorrow you can proudly take your name. So don't try to hide your name from there. Yes, of course, your question, I think I have answered that one. Yes. It is going to take some time, but after that, the life is really beautiful after that one.
Sir, 12 years back from now, what was your struggle? What kept you going and being here, being called as Sir Azam now?
Oh my God, that will be like really nostalgic now. I have to recall my past old days. Actually, like most of the people don't know about this one, because I'm very clear in my mind. I keep my personal life separately and professional life separately. तो इस बात के बारे में मतलब शायद ही कोई जानता होगा कि when I started my journey, actually it started from those times, because my personal life is a little disturbed one. I started like 12 years back after my 12th standard. So my teaching career or teaching part actually started after my 12th, because I lost my mother very early in my life, immediately after 12. तो 12 के बाद में मेरे वालदा का इंतकाल हो गया था. तो ours was a nuclear family, a small family, and that got disrupted obviously. आपको पता ही है, जब माँ नहीं होती है तो घर सारा डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है. तो it was that time when I started. So at that time, डे टू डे लाइफ को स्पेंड करना और रोज़मर्रा के जो चीज़ें होती थी उसको करना बहुत स्ट्रगल होता था. दैट वाज लाइक रियली स्ट्रगल. आई डू रिमेंबर इन द इनिशियल डेज आई यूज्ड टू रन टू द कॉलेज and come back and start taking the classes, and you'll be like surprised to listen. I started teaching from physics onwards. I used to teach physics and chemistry in the very beginning, because that was the only thing I knew at that time after 12. तो वो करना पड़ा क्योंकि वालदा नहीं थी साथ में और फैमिली सारी डिस्टर्ब हो गई थी. तो आई स्टार्टेड एक्चुअली माई जर्नी फ्रॉम देयर, एंड देन स्लोली एंड देन सो ऑन आई स्टार्टेड टीचिंग फॉर द MBBS students as well as for the MCI, and in the middle I actually even taught for the USMLE also. तो that was a very disturbing time in my life. तो एक्चुअली आपको तो पता ही है जब ऐसी चीज़ें होती है लाइफ में, वी ऑल कम ऑलमोस्ट फ्रॉम द सेम बैकग्राउंड. दैट इज़ व्हाट आई वांट टू कन्वे टू द एफएमजी स्टूडेंट्स. ये मत समझो अपनी ज़िंदगी में कि ना आपके साथ में ये सब कुछ हो रहा है. और अभी आजम सर की जो लाइफ नज़र आ रही है, मतलब लाइक बंदा बिंदास आता है, हंसता बोलता नज़र आता है, वो हंसते बोलते चेहरे के पीछे देयर इज़ अ लॉट दैट हैज़ हैपेंड. तो हम सब लोग उसी बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं. वी आर ऑल एक्चुअली फ्रॉम दैट एवरेज मिडिल क्लास पीपल एंड ऑल, जहाँ पर एक फैमिली होती है. वालदा का मेरा इंतकाल हो गया था, एंड फ्रॉम देयर ऑन आई एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड टीचिंग. And there were actually times in the middle of my life, I remember, I was like really disturbed, and I was like very much disappointed in my life. Then I thought, like not taking the decisions like nowadays the youngsters do, कि यार ज़िंदगी में ये सब कुछ हो गया है, चलो सब ख़त्म करो, suicide and all those things. I'm completely against that. Fight back. और फिर वहाँ से मैंने क्या किया, I started like making myself so busy that I should never get this kind of thoughts in my mind, कि मेरी ज़िंदगी में ये thoughts ही ना आए कि क्या हो रहा है and all those things. That is the time when I started working really hard. I used to work almost for 16-18 hours a day. बोलने के लिए लोग समझते हैं कि यार 16-18 घंटे बंदा कैसे काम कर सकता है and all. Yeah, it's happened with me, क्योंकि मैं चाहता ही नहीं था कि मेरे माइंड में कुछ थॉट्स आए ज़िंदगी को लेकर and all those things. तो मैं बस काम करता था, थक जाता था, और पूरा थक के जब मैं सोने जाता था, that's all. At that time I used to get sleep, that's all. Get up in the morning again and again start working. And that is the result that you're actually seeing nowadays right in front of you. So इतने साल का जो struggle था actually which has happened, and that is what you're getting nowadays in the anatomy classes in the form of just like few hours of anatomy. It will be done. तो वो उसी का result नज़र आ रहा है आपको. तो it all started from there.
Along with your mother's blessing.
Of course,
Yes.
of course. That is always there with me.
Yeah.
और आजकल भी ऐसा होता है. Even though being at this place nowadays also, when I sit all alone at my hotel room, like that's like me time. तो कहीं ना कहीं मैं उनको याद करता हूँ. I think somewhere up there she is seeing me. और वो guilty है, आज भी वो guilty है, क्योंकि there were days when my mom was very ill in her last days, very last days. मतलब मैं उनके साथ में था, पूरा आखिरी 1 महीना मैं उनके साथ में था. She used to be on the hospital bed there. I used to be just lying down with a bed sheet on the floor. तो those times I do still remember, and मुझे वो guilty आज भी है कि she is not able to see this phase of mine, which she has worked hard for me. तो जब मेरा preparation days था, she worked hard really lot long with me, and she was having a firm belief in me कि मेरा बेटा कुछ मेरे लिए करेगा. But when I started doing the things, she is not there to see this phase. तो वो चीज़ है कि मैं उनके लिए कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ आजकल. तो खैर, that thing is there, that is going on in my mind, and that's how I take the things. I don't take that as a negative thing. I take that as a motivating thing, that somewhere जैसे कहा जाता है कि कहीं ना कहीं से वो मुझे देख रही होगी from the eternal world. तो just trying to make her happy with all the achievements that I am doing nowadays in my life.
Sir, I could relate this because same thing happened with my father, and he too is guilty that this phase of his life he wanted my amma, I call amma to my dadi, grandmother. He wanted कि वो देखें उनकी success, और somewhere he believes कि वो देख रहे होंगे, ऊपर से देख रहे होंगे, और आज जो है वो उनकी वजह से है. तो I could relate it. Sir.
Of course.
Sir, everyone loves being a public figure. And it is not easy to be a public figure because every good thing comes with a drawback. And sir, let's talk about your drawbacks you are facing being a public figure, being a king of anatomy.
Yeah, of course, it is like really difficult to be in public life. अगर मैं कहीं पर मान लो, like for example, I'm from Hyderabad, तो अगर मैं कहीं पर in the corner of Hyderabad, I would have been working like 9 to 5. No one would have been known me. But at the same time, being in public life, I'll tell you, one of the most khatarnak thing that I'm going through nowadays is that, a kind of rumors that people make nowadays. I should say that, and main thing is that not only just rumors, saying the rumors very authoritatively, that is something really dangerous. मेरे को ही पता नहीं होता है कि लोग मेरे बारे में मुझसे ज़्यादा जानते हैं. That's something very dangerous. It's actually affecting me sometimes because देखो यार, मैं इस बात को बोलने में शर्माऊंगा नहीं कि being a faculty like this, I don't get low. Yes, of course, I'm like proud to say many a times in only a day, I'm telling you, not in my life, many a times in a day I feel very low. इवन थिंग्स, बहुत सारी चीज़ें मैं इग्नोर करता हूँ, लेकिन ना बहुत सारी चीज़ें फिर इफेक्ट भी करती हैं, कहीं ना कहीं वो थॉट आता है व्हेन यू रिटर्न बैक टू योर होटल रूम सिटिंग ऑल अलोन ना, चीज़ें इफेक्ट करती है. तो रिसेंटली रिसेंटली हुआ था मेरे साथ में, मतलब people are actually even making rumors like, sir got heart attack and he is actually admitted in AIMS and he is in a very serious condition. Now I'm thinking in my mind all alone that ऐसे कौन से लोग होंगे जिनको मेरे मरने पर फायदा होगा. तो this kind of things will affect, this kind of thoughts will affect, because I'm like forced to think कि am I in the right place, am I doing right, because मैं अपने बारे में ये सोच रहा हूँ कि yes, I'm going to a class and there are some hundreds of students sitting over there and they don't know a particular topic like neuroanatomy or something. I went there in the morning, I taught them till the evening, I'm like really happy coming back to my room. But at the same time, when these kind of things, I get to listen for those students only whom I'm trying to help, जिनको मैं ये समझ रहा हूँ कि मैं उनको हेल्प कर रहा हूँ, उनकी ज़िंदगी में कुछ अच्छा ला रहा हूँ. Out of 19 subjects, I'm making at least like 1 or 2 subjects easy for them. But when they speak like this about me, then it hurts me a lot. It's really hurting me a lot nowadays. Previously, it was not that case. I used to ignore the things and all. पता नहीं आजकल क्या हो रहा है, होता है like as time passes. तो ये चीज़ें affect हो रही है. So I would like to tell the students like please focus on your studies, yaar. Beyond that, it's not like the way I speak in the class. The main thing that I want to convey the students here is that please don't judge my personality and my personal life based on what I actually speak in the class.
Yeah.
In class, whatever I'm speaking, it is just like a show which is being run to make you understand the things easier and to make you sit there for long hours. It has nothing to do with my personal life. If I'm telling you certain brands in the class, it doesn't mean I drink. If I'm telling you certain things about like the other countries and all those things, it doesn't mean I follow that. I'm a very hardworking person. If you just get some time anytime, like come back to my hotel room, you can see that there'll be like books scattered. I'll be working hard, I'll be preparing the question banks, and at the same time, how to make the topics very much easier for them. So yes, of course, so please, this is the thing which is actually affecting him a lot nowadays. I think I should deal in a more mature manner, in that manner. And yes, at the same time, I expect the students also to be mature enough. Forget about the things before and after the class about any faculty I'm telling. Focus on what the faculty delivers to you. Take the positive things from the class and go back to your home learning the subject nicely, rather than making all sorts of nonsense, I should say, about the personal life and all. सबकी अपनी personal life होती है. So you have your own personal life, you have your personal space.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what. So that is the thing that is actually affecting me being in the public life nowadays a lot.
Sir, majority of student loves you. Genuinely, being a student, I be around them. I know, sir, majority of student loves you and loves you a lot. और हमारे बीच ये बात भी होती रहती है कि अगर हमें इतनी सिंप्लीफाइड वे में चीज़ें समझ आ रही हैं, समझा रही है, तो सर 12 आवर्स 24 आवर्स एक निमोनिक बनाने में जाता होगा सर का. तो वो दिखता है सर, बट अगर तुम ये सब कर रहे हो तो नहीं करने का. I would say request from my side also.
So saying all the negativities or incentives that we have to get in the public life, I should say that कहीं ना कहीं पर मैंने एक जगह पर रीड किया था, that is coming true in my life, that people love success, not the successful people. So वो आज मेरे साथ में हो रहा है, seeing the kind of comments and the messages and the talks that are being going on regarding me. तो वो बात बिल्कुल सच हो रही है आज कि लोग ना सक्सेस को पसंद करते हैं, सक्सेसफुल लोग को पसंद नहीं करते.
सर इतने years of teaching का experience है सर. I wanted to know, being an FMG student, सर कहाँ पे वो एक लीड मिस हो रही है हमसे कि इतना कम परसेंटेज ऑफ रिजल्ट जा रहा है, डिस्पाइट ऑफ इतना स्ट्रगल और इतनी मेहनत हम जेन्युइनली करते हैं, और हमारे 4 साल 5 साल पुरानी सीनियर्स भी करते हैं. उससे पहले तो इतना सोर्स भी नहीं था, तो समझ आता था कि रिजल्ट क्यों कम बन रहा है. अभी हमारे पास ऑफलाइन अपॉर्चुनिटी है, ऑनलाइन अपॉर्चुनिटी है, फिर भी एक लीड मिस हो रही है. सर प्लीज पुट सम लाइट ऑन इट.
आई थिंक जो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है, जो मैंने FMGs को देखा है, I think I have been seeing them very closely since last like 10-12 years now. तो मैं आपको बस दो चीज़ें क्लियरली बता सकता हूँ FMGs को क्या करना चाहिए, what they have to do is that number one, starting early. I would request all the FMG students to please change their trend. मैं उनसे गुजारिश करना चाहता हूँ हाथ जोड़कर, ऑर्डर नहीं कर रहा हूँ, आजकल की दुनिया में ना कोई ऑर्डर नहीं मानता है, मैं रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ कि FMGs को they have to actually start earlier. Change that mindset. Actually it is a responsibility to the seniors also कि seniors उनको मिसगाइड करना बंद करें, कि आने के बाद में उनको प्रॉपरली गाइड करें. Ask them to balance their personal and professional life. हाँ, मैं ये नहीं कर रहा हूँ कि start early मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब आपको 24 घंटे किताबें लेकर बैठनी है and all those things, ऐसा नहीं है. But it is not even that, it's not like always personal life.
Yes, sir.
तो थोड़ा सा टाइम डेडिकेट करें पढ़ाई के लिए. जैसे मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ अपनी क्लास का. Of course you are leading your personal life outside the class, and like you have your mobile phone, you have your social media channels and everything and all.
Yes.
You are busy with all those things and all. Yes, of course it's very nice to be connected socially, but at the same time when you're entering into the class, you should understand what is the primary thing that we are coming for the class. So switch off your phone or close your phone, dedicate few hours for studies. ऐसा नहीं कि बाहर भी आप उसी पर लगे पड़े हो और क्लास के अंदर भी आप उसी में लगे पड़े हो, ऐसा नहीं है. So don't do like that. Try to balance your personal professional life. And second thing, that starting early. क्योंकि बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को मैंने FMGs को ये देखा है कि they actually start very late during their final year, or some students start after coming back to India. That's like very dangerous. क्योंकि जब आप वापस आने के बाद में जब स्टार्ट करते हो, आपका पहला अटेम्प्ट तो बस चीज़ों को समझने में चला जाता है. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
A faculty comes there and telling about the anatomy part कि ये artery है, vein and all, उनको बस समझने में ही चला जाता है. A pharmacology faculty comes and he tells about the drugs and all. 4 दिन में pharmacology हो गया, खत्म. So the first attempt is gone just for the sake of understanding. Second attempt they'll try to learn something and half-heartedly attempt करते हैं. फिर तब जाकर वो third attempt में होता है. तो we have to understand why it is happening like that in a retrograde manner, उल्टा. हमको ऐसे समझना है कि क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है. तो उसके लिए आपको पहले स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा. That is my keen observation among the FMGs.
Yes, sir.
And second thing, what I want the FMGs to understand nowadays, the need of the hour. देखो, जब कभी भी आप किसी चीज़ के लिए तैयारी करते हो तो उसी के लिए प्रॉपरली आपको सारी चीज़ों के साथ में तैयारी करनी चाहिए. तो नीड ऑफ द आवर क्या है? द नीड ऑफ द आवर इज दैट यू हैव टू हैव अ कंप्लीट कमांड ऑन द सब्जेक्ट इन डेप्थ. It's not that one-liners or any shortcuts that they're going to help you. Try to understand. ऊपर वाले ने हमको भी दिमाग दिया है सोचने के लिए, तो हम भी सोच सकते हैं. Why to just follow what others are following? So it's not like that. So you have to understand it is not about one-liners and all today. You have to understand the subject from that. और उसके लिए थोड़ा सा पहले start करना होगा. So these two combinations, if they work now, I think it will make wonders. And yes, of course, I should not say like all the FMGs are doing like that. हम देख रहे हैं बहुत सारे success stories हैं हमारे साथ में, where our FMG students are doing very nicely. I'm like really proud of them. They have done their MDs, they have done their specialization, someone has cleared USMLE, they are students.
Yeah.
So they are also like FMGs. How they are able to do it? कुछ ना कुछ तो difference होगा ना. तो that is what I'm trying to tell कि ना वो पहले start करें थोड़ा सा और फिर subject को properly पढ़ें, in depth पढ़ें. One-liners are not going to help out. और वो आजकल एक्चुअली ना लाइक आजकल की जनरेशन में एक ट्रेंडिंग है, क्योंकि आजकल हम इतने इम्पेशेंट हो गए हैं, बेसब्रे हो गए हैं कि हमको ना वो 30 सेकेंड की रील से अगर वो 1 मिनट हो जाए तो वो भी देखना गुजारा नहीं होता है, हम आगे बढ़ा देते हैं उसको भी. तो दैट काइंड ऑफ इम्पेशेंस वी हैव गॉट. तो उसके लिए थोड़ा सा सब्र रखना पड़ेगा, बैठ कर आपको लेक्चर सुनना पड़ेगा. यू हैव टू वर्क हार्ड विद दैट फैक्ट. तो 2 चीज़ें हैं, आई शुड टेल वेरी क्रिस्टल क्लियरली. स्टार्ट अर्ली, बैलेंसिंग विद योर पर्सनल एंड प्रोफेशनल लाइफ, एंड देन लर्न द सब्जेक्ट इन डेप्थ. क्योंकि यार ये एक्चुअली ना इट्स नॉट लाइक योर स्कूल डेज वाला सोशल स्टडीज़ या इकोनॉमिक्स या हिस्ट्री नहीं है जो आपने पढ़ा एग्जाम लिखा भूल गए. This is like life sciences that is going to be with you till your last breath. तो आपकी आखिरी सांस तक एज अ डॉक्टर ही रहने वाला है. तो एक बार उसको अच्छे पढ़ने में क्या जा रहा है? तो एक बार बैठो, अच्छे से पढ़ाई करो and just learn it forever.
So here we end, and it was very motivational along with emotions, of course. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing all that, and it was great having you here on this podcast session. Really thank you to sir. Thanks for watching Anjali Beyond the Lab Coat.
Thank you, Dr. Anjali. May God bless you.
Thank you.
May you see all the success in the life.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.